Hi, this is Rick Eymer. I'm with the Palo Alto Weekly, and we're here today with our Boys Athlete of the Week, Griff McGarry, a senior at Menlo School who is either headed to the minor leagues or to Virginia. He has quite a future ahead of him as a pitcher this last week, and he could be a shortstop too. You never know. Anybody with a good arm. This last week, he pitched 6 2/3 of an innings of shutout ball and two-hitter, and didn't allow a base runner after the third, was it, or the second even? Something like that.
The third, yeah.
Yeah. So quite a performance by him, and it was a 1-0 game that Menlo beat Burlingame for their second consecutive CCS title, which comes as a surprise, and we'll talk about that. In fact, let's start with that. You lose 12 seniors, you get a first-year coach, and you win it all.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely took some senior leadership, and even a lot of the underclassmen actually really stepped up for us. We didn't necessarily expect to go as far as we did, but I couldn't be more happy with the outcome. So.
Yeah, your pitching staff, obviously, with you and Chandler, it's got to be one of the better ones on the peninsula. I mean, he's going to Chicago. You're committed to Virginia. Was that where everything started, do you think?
I think that was definitely a pretty big factor in us winning the CCS championship. But yeah, I would say we have a pretty strong defense behind us as well. So those guys have our backs when we're up there on the mound, and our hitting it really came a long way from the beginning of the season. We improved a ton. So I think it's definitely not just pitching. It's a whole culmination of every aspect of it.
Yeah, one thing, if you're going to become a pitcher in college or in the pros, you might not be able to hit anymore. I know you like to hit, I'm sure, because you did a pretty good job with that. But do you think you're still going to take some batting practice?
I mean, definitely. So I'm actually lucky enough to have the opportunity to be a two-way player at the University of Virginia. So if I end up there, I mean, I'll definitely take advantage of that. But in the minor leagues, it might be just pitching only for me. So
yeah, I'm sure you'll take the give and take there. Yeah. Talk a little bit about I read somewhere your catcher Ben was talking about how he's caught you for a long time, and that kind of a relationship is pretty key to any team. Kind of talk about your relationship with him.
Yeah, so we've been very, very good friends for the past 4 or 5 years. We started off playing NorCal baseball. It's a travel team. We started off playing that, I think 14U, that was when we met. So 8th grade, going into freshman year. And we've just been best buds ever since, on and off the field. And we've worked out together, separate from baseball. And I'm really glad I was able to, be with him for the last 2 years of my high school career. He's unbelievable behind the plate, defensively, and then he also definitely can swing it a little bit too. So it's been nice, yeah. Yeah,
and according to some of the pictures I saw, he could probably do some wrestling too. But you kind of have you had 2 different coaches in your last 2 years, and having a guy step in and you got to get to know him and he's got to get to know you right away. How did that work out? Obviously pretty successful.
Yeah, I mean we definitely took him in, and we were feeling pretty optimistic about the year, and he did a great job with us, and I feel like we reciprocated pretty well, and I was just lucky to have him as a coach for my senior season. So
yeah, and now coming up, you have you're going to be watching, I'm sure, with very good and big interest in the College World Series, in the turn of the postseason, the regionals coming up, and you have a few teams I know you're rooting for because of your brother, and this whole week is going to be kind of a really big week for you. You got the draft coming up, and I mean, kind of just talk about the future.
Yeah, I mean, definitely this week especially is pretty big. Get to see my brother playing on TV and in the College World Series regionals, and I'm going to be rooting for Virginia, for him and Vanderbilt, and then I've graduation coming up in I think 9 days, so it's definitely pretty exciting. And then following graduation, just 4 days later, is the draft. So definitely big few weeks coming up.
Yeah, it's kind of, this is what high school is all about. You graduate and get into the real world, or college, which is avoiding it. Anyway, this is Griff McGarry. He is our Boys Athlete of the Week, and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And if you'd like to read more about our Athletes of the Week, you can hit the subscribe button down below or visit us on pasportsonline.com.